Yellow. Why did I start it like that? Welcome back to the Lockwood Chronicles. My name is Larissa, and today we're going to be going over all the books I read in June. Are we at the end of July? Absolutely. You guys, I have been reading like crazy, but as I warned you, I think in my last video, I don't even remember. My summer schedule is less workies, more plays, you know? We love that for me, but I've honestly been trying to spend as much time outside as humanly possible, whether that is reading in the park or playing pickleball, which is what these lovely tan lines are, even though I douse myself in sunscreen because protect the skin you're in, but I just tan so easily. Anyway, yeah, so those look super great. But I read in June, I just counted. I think it was eight. Yes, I read 8 books in June. That is crazy. I did end up going to Portland at the beginning of June, which traveling, I always read a bunch when I'm like at the airport or just bumming around. Me and my friends, it was such a great trip, by the way. We'll just go on that for a second. It was a beautiful trip. Went to Powell's bookstore and it was magnificent. I only bought 1 book there because I only allowed myself to buy 2 books, but they didn't have the one that I wanted, and I said no, that was the only thing I'm getting is like 2 of those books and nothing else, because they were books I really wanted to read right away, and I did, so that was great. But yeah, me and my friends, we would do a bunch of activities in the morning. In the afternoon, we would go back to our hotel room and just like take a nap, mainly read. We just like bummed around for a few hours until dinner time or the evening, and then went out and about then, and it was super fun. Portland is great. It's not my favorite city, but it was really fun to experience. We went on a bunch of ghost tours, which was super cool, learning the history of Portland and very interesting. Did some hiking, which was super fun. I definitely want to go do more hiking in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, never eat soggy waffles. Yes, the Pacific Northwest. I think that would be super fun. But yeah, if I went back out that way, it would be specifically to hike. Let's get into the books, because that's what you're here for. Also, do I look super strong right now? I'm getting so distracted. I haven't even had any caffeine. I feel like I have a little bit of like ADHD at the moment. I don't know. Anyways, starting off, I think I'm going to start off with the theme of my June month, which was I wanted to read Italian-based books for no reason in particular other than it feels summery and fun, and yeah, that was to get me in the mood for summer, which I was already in the mood for summer. So I wanted to read at least, I had 4 books on my TBR to read that were based in Italy, and let's review them. So to start off, the most obvious, because I did a reading vlog on it, was the Star-Crossed Sisters of Tuscany. If you want to follow along with me reading that, more than welcome to. There's no spoilers in it, so there's no spoilers in this video either. Pretty much the second-born daughter in this particular family is cursed to never find love. It's a dual timeline, which is really cool. I really love dual timelines. And it's Amelia is present day, and then her great aunt Poppy is more in the 1960s era. Amelia and her cousin and Poppy going to Italy to break the second daughter curse so they can find love and live a lovely, happy life, whatever they choose to do with that. It was cute. I really liked it. The grandma did not like her at all. Encanto, very similar vibes to that, except I mean this is an Italian family and that's a Hispanic family, but very similar to the abuela in Encanto. And again, she got off way too easy. Way too easy. I cannot, even with the grandma. Just so much trauma. Really love this. It's about like overcoming family pressures and expectations and becoming your own person, but as well as like loving your family and accepting them for who they are. So I really did enjoy this one. And also look at this cover. It was a book of the month pick, and I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with this cover. It's so pretty. It's so pretty, and look like all the little poppy flowers. So beautiful. Yes, very much love this book. Next up, what did I read next? I read Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch. It's a YA. This girl, there's apparently a Netflix movie based off of this book, but I do not think they're similar at all. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I think I'm gonna watch that probably tonight or something. But even just from the preview, it was already different. So what happens is this girl, her mother passes away. That's not a spoiler by any means. And her mother's dying wish is that she goes to Italy to live with her father and kind of experience Italy as a kid. Like, she's 16, I think, at this time, 16 or 17. And this girl doesn't want to go because she's never met this man. Her mother never mentioned who her father was. She has zero relationship with this man that her mom wants to ship her to. And when she gets there, there's a journal waiting for her, one of her mother's journals. It's about the time that her mom spent in Italy. And so she wants what her daughter interprets is she wants her to read the journal and experience Italy the way her mom did and go and do all the things that her mom did and connect in that way, as well as get to know the man that her mom shipped her off to, and yeah, decide if she wants to stay or not. So that is Love and Gelato. As far as my enjoyment level with this, it's so YA. It is YA. And has this been in here this whole time? I just need to accept that I can no longer read YA. I can watch it, 100%. Give me The Summer I Turned Pretty on TV, heck yes, but like reading it, I'm just like, ah. You know when you're at that age where The Little Mermaid, when Ariel goes, I'm 16, I'm not a child anymore, and you start to be like, ma'am, you were 16, you are a baby. That's how I feel about when I read YA, and that's how I felt when I read this book. I'm like, girl, you should not be in this foreign country running around doing this business. Like, are you insane? You could get murdered. Like, you told no one. You have no working cell phone. I was not okay with it. Also, like, the end, or there's this party scene, and she has to buy, like, a really expensive dress, and they're like, yeah, money's not an option. I'm like, are you kidding me? This isn't her wedding. This isn't a formal event. What? Money's not an option? Excuse me. I don't know. It's just it's too like fanciful, too like head in the clouds. And as great, I would have loved this book. I would have loved this book as like a high schooler, because that would have been so great to like go to a foreign country and just live a great Italian summer. But as an adult, I'm like, this is so unrealistic. There was just a lot of decisions that did not make sense to me from this teenage child as an adult. So like, I don't know. It was cute. It was good. Summery mood. It made me really want gelato. So I got some, obviously. And yeah, that is that. I rambled way too long on that. Oh, okay. Water. All right, next up, One Italian Summer by Rebecca Surley. Surley? Still don't know. She's the author of the book that destroyed my heart, which was In 5 Years. I had never cried so hard at a book. Actually, that's a lie. I cry a lot. Anyway, that's not the point. This one didn't make me cry. This is One Italian Summer. So the premise is Katie's mother, Carol, passes away from cancer. So trigger warning there. And they were supposed to take this trip to Italy. Her mom wanted to go back to Italy and show Katie all the things that she did in this little town. This book was weird. Concept was super cool. I thought that was awesome. But Katie, yes, she is suffering from grief and not making the best choices or communicating her needs, and she's just shut off the world. And I understand that grief can have that effect. But she's a rotten person. Just rotten. And her mom had this very weird codependent relationship. They were very obsessed with each other, like uncomfortably so. Anyway, so Katie goes on this trip alone that her and her mom was supposed to go on. Why would she bring her husband? But I get it. So she goes and does this trip that she was supposed to take with her mom. When she gets there, she runs into her mother when her mother was around 30 years old, which is about how old Katie is. And she gets to somehow have this vacation with her mother at this age, and she's so convinced that this is her mother. It was interesting. The descriptions in this book, beautiful, stunning, love it. Very, very descriptive. I mean, like, look at that cover too. It's lovely. I'm not a fan of, like I said, Katie's decision making process. I was getting weirded out that she was gonna try to like hook up with her mom or her supposed mom on this trip. It was weird. I got weird vibes. However, I mean, it was kind of cool. I just, yeah, it was interesting. I didn't dislike it, but I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. But there's that. I don't know. I have a hard time saying negative things about books because obviously this one was great. I did enjoy it, and the premise around it, the idea behind it, so cool. And just unlikable characters are really hard for me to read about because I'm just like, why are you being dumb? Anyway, so there's that. And then the fourth book that I was supposed to read for the Italian themed month was Under the Tuscan Sun. I had to DNF it. I did not like it at all. I loved the movie, and I thought they were more closely related. When I was reading the book from like the first couple pages, I'm like, what the heck is this? This is not at all what I was expecting. This is not what the movie is at all. And so the movie was very different. It's a lot more based off of like constructing the house and descriptions of the house, and very much house based. I was expecting it to be more like Eat, Pray, Love kind of vibes, and I just kept getting construction, and I was over it. I was so over it. And she wasn't single, and she's not single woman in the book, so not that matters, but like the movie, she was like having a crisis and just moved to Italy after taking a vacation, a singles vacation or something, whatever it was. Wait, is that right? I don't even know. I should watch the movie again. I really do love that movie. But yeah, I had to DNF the book. I could not get through it. All right, let's get into the other reads. My camera may overheat at any point in this time, so I gotta make this snappy. I finished all five books of Game of Thrones. So I read A Dance with Dragons. Obviously there's only 5 books out now. I think he is supposed to release the 6th book very soon, but we won't hold our breath because it's been over like 10 years or so at this point since the last one was released. This one focuses more on characters that are in the North, so like Jon Snow, Dany is in there now, and I don't know. This is where they're starting to make an alliance with the wildlings, and Dany's dragons are growing. Cersei does the walk of shame. Oh, there was a weird scene that happened with Jaime and Brienne of Tarth, and which is very different than how she ended in the 4th book. I am so confused. Like, yes, the timelines did overlap, but I'm so confused at that. I'm really confused. Tyrion is also in it. We love him. He's doing his thing, being sneaky, but also just cunning, and oh, he's so smart. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say on that one. Again, wasn't my favorite. The 4th one has definitely been my least favorite. The 3rd one has been my absolute favorite. But I honestly just didn't really care about the 4th or the 5th one, really at all. So, will I continue with the series when he eventually finishes it? Obviously, but at this point in time, I'm so happy to be done with it. So happy to be done with it. Okay, what else do we got? Oh, Crazy Stupid Bromance by Elisa K. Adams. I read this on my Kindle. It's a romance. It's part of that romance book club series. What was this one even about? I don't honestly remember. Is it the tech guy? Might be the tech guy. Yeah, it's a friends to lovers romance. It was cute. It was fun. Enjoyed it. I really do like this series if you're looking for like a really cute, fun, quick, like easy to get into, easy to follow story. There was either 3 or 4 of them out, and that was the 3rd one. Oh, and then the other book that I read on my Kindle was Set on You by Amy Lee. I thought this was so cute. I thought it was really cute. I'm happy I read it on my Kindle because odds of me rereading it are low. Crystal is a curvy fitness influencer, and Scott is a firefighter, and they work out at the same gym. And he has been annoying Crystal ever since he got his gym membership there. And it's a very cheesy romance. And it shows you like her, why can't I talk? Like her blog posts and her Instagram posts and stuff. Not like the actual post, but like the captions. It's so cringy. It's so cringy and like very unpolished, like kind of Wattpad-esque. I don't know, things are super exaggerated. I cringed so hard. The book was super cheesy in general, and the disagreements were blown way out of proportion, but it was generally a good read. I flew through it. Like, I did enjoy it. It was just a cute, cheesy romance, so. Oh my gosh. I finally did it. So, I bought this at Powell's bookstore. This is one of the purchases that I was allowed to buy here. Buy there. And Love in Other Words, it is the original cover. They did not have the new release cover, unfortunately, because I would have bought that. But I do like the feel of this one. I like the texture, just like that. Ooh, that matte. And like the embossing. And look, I got a cute little Paul's bookmark. It's so cute. My friends didn't get one. The guy slid this into my book, and he didn't do that with any of my other friends, so I am the chosen one. Holy schmoly guacamole. I think this is my favorite read so far this year. I absolutely love it. It's a friends to lovers trope. It's a like past present timeline flip-flop, second chance romance. It's books reading. It's got everything that I love. Everything that I love. So Macy is doing her pediatric residency and is engaged to this wealthy older man with the kid, and they just apparently fit, their life works out kind of thing. But she runs into Elliot, who is her childhood romance best friend kind of thing, and they would only see each other when she would go to her cabin, mainly on the weekends and on like school breaks and stuff, so very limited time. One night, something big happened and she shut him out, and like they haven't communicated in what, 10 years or so, and they just happened to run into each other randomly and things happen. I love Elliot. I love Elliot. Elliot is my book boyfriend. I want him to be my real boyfriend. Ah, I'm like getting goosebumps thinking about it again. Oh my gosh. I love this book with my whole heart. My whole heart and soul. I may buy the new cover just so I can have it. Are you kidding me with this? Why did I not read this sooner? Why did I not? Gently. I'm so happy that I finally read it. Holy crap. So that got me on a Christina Lauren kick. And I have had this on my shelf for way longer than I care to admit, stupidly. And it's The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. I love this book too. I love this book. Love it. So I read the one by John Mars. Is it? Yeah, John Mars. A couple years ago. And I thought that was going to be this. And that one wasn't. That was a thriller, which was also super amazing. Loved that book. But this is what I was expecting, was a DNA dating profile type of thing, like that you get matches based off your DNA and how well matched you are based off your DNA. And Jessica is a single mom, and she is wanting to date, not really wanting to, because she wants to make sure that she is doing enough for her daughter Juno. Her best friend, loves love, finds out that this guy that they see at the coffee shop all the time is a geneticist who is working on a dating app that takes your DNA. And so they go to the spiel, the presentation, and send in their DNA, and Jessica and Dr. River, but River, what a name. Oof. Anyway, so Jessica doesn't like his grumpy attitude, and just like, it's kind of like a hate to love. Anyway, they find out that they are a diamond match and like a high percentage match, Jessica and Dr. River. And due to him being one of the founders of the company, it's in his best interest for his company to date her and be like, I found love through my own app kind of thing. But she and him just like kind of have a mutual like grumpiness towards each other, and it's so cute. And so they're just like, yeah, why not? And yeah, so like it's fake dating. We love a fake dating trope. We love it. I just love all tropes, all romance tropes. They're just great. So fake dating, enemies to lovers, kind of, in a way. Yeah. I just love it. So I'm really excited to read other Christina Lauren books, because I did read, what was it, The Holidays last winter, which I really love too. So I think it's safe to say that I very much am a Christina Lauren fan. I'm a fangirl of them. So what else did I read? Was that it? Did I do all the things? I think I might have. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so those are the 8 books, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, those are the 8 books that I read in June. If you would like to follow me on Instagram at Lockwood Chronicles, I do a lot more, like, I wouldn't say a lot more, but I post, trying to be more regular about it, but you can see what I'm reading. I do keep that updated, even if it's just like in the story. So Sometimes I'll put it in my feed. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Anyway, so that's that. If you want to follow me on Instagram, awesome. Leave a comment below if you've read any of these books or what books you are currently reading. So respect others, respect yourself, and do something amazing with your day. Thanks. Bye.